flip to the Two of Swords. We're not going back. Oh my god, no. Hello everybody and welcome back to Lilith's Attic. It's another Tarot Card Tuesday. My name is Julia Pasqua, and this week, continuing on in the sword suit, we have the Eight of Swords. So in the Eight of Swords, we see a woman who is tied up, blindfolded, and surrounded by 8 swords. Just in case you were wanting something positive today. Keywords for the Eight of Swords are entrapment, self-undoing, helplessness, fear, and denial. Oh, and deception. Can't forget that one. So essentially, the Eight of Swords means that you are letting fear control you, hold you back, and not let you see reality. So this woman is blindfolded to show that she cannot see her truth or reality right now because of her fear. She's loosely tied up to show the illusion of she is trapped in a sense, but she could get herself out of it. Kind of like the Devil card. We'll go way back. Whoa, way back to the Devil card, where they were chained, but the chains were loose enough for them to lift off and they just couldn't figure it out, or they were too convinced that there was a problem to notice that, oh look, they just go right over her head. So she's loosely tied up, blindfolded, and then she is surrounded by 8 swords. However, the 8 swords are stuck in the ground. There's no real threat to her well-being with these 8 swords. It's just the illusion of the fear that there is something that's going to happen because we are surrounded by all these things that could potentially hurt us. But the reality is that none of those swords are pointed at her. Nobody is wielding those swords even. They're just stuck in the speech. This could be a sense of, you know, swords have hurt you in the past, so you're too scared to be hurt again. And even though no one's wielding the swords, you remember like, oh, a sword last time, that hurt me. So it's this whole perception of the fear that we build around ourselves. This woman is the only woman who can save her out of her situation. So if you pull the Eight of Swords, it means that you are letting fear or the past hold you back, and you have to remember that you are the only one who can get yourself out of it. You cannot physically move forward until you move past this fear. You are trapped. You've trapped yourself here, and the water's only going to rise. If you pull this card in reverse, it means you are working towards that freedom. It means you're working towards freeing yourself from the situation that you are currently stuck in or have stuck yourself in. It's going to take changing how you view things or how you see things or how you thought you see things, though, to move forward. All right, you guys, let's go make the Eight of Swords. Come on. So for my card, I was inspired by the Pirates of the Caribbean card I did about 2 weeks ago. I was kind of still on that vibe. I feel like swords, pirates, swords, they're going together in my brain anyway. I was thinking of Tia Dalma and Davy Jones and how these two beings were so ruled by fear that they literally trapped themselves in 2 separate situations. And they were also in angst and denial, and they had all of these feelings and past buildup of fear within themselves and each other and their relationship. So I was like, this is gonna be Tia Dalma and Davy Jones. And I got very into drawing this card. I almost didn't even want to add swords, but you will see that I added swords at the top around them, like surrounding them, showing the 8 swords surrounding them, kind of like the woman who was surrounded by the 8 swords. They're not really a threat, but they're there showing like the invisible little fears that they have. But Tia Dalma, Davy Jones were both surrounded so much by fear that Tia Dalma wouldn't even show up for Davy Jones. And then Davy Jones was so afraid that she didn't love him anymore, that he trapped her in a human form, and he got trapped in his own anger and became, you know, good old octopus face over here, and he couldn't move past, and she couldn't move past this fear and this moment that they had together. So in my drawing, they've come together, they're working on the fear. At the end of the movie, you know, everyone says that since Calypso was free and then Davy Jones drowned, now they're together. So in my drawing, it's kind of playing on that concept of when you move past your fear, like in the reverse of this card, if you're moving past that fear, you can finally get freedom. And Davy Jones is on the beach with Tia Dalma, meaning that he can now go on shore because Davy Jones can't step on shore. So many meanings. I was really dreading having to explain this card because there were so many things going through my head as I was drawing it, that sitting here and trying to explain all the different meanings and reasonings behind why I made this the Eight of Swords, we could be here an hour, and nobody wants to watch an hour Tarot Card Tuesday, let's be honest. So, but essentially, the concept is your own fears are holding you back, just like these two people, and when they can come together and move past their fear within themselves, and they can then experience that happiness and that freedom that if this woman in the original card could just take off the blindfold and walk away from, could also feel. There is that freedom when you walk away from fear, and that is what I was representing in this card. and that is my 8 of Swords. So honestly, this, I'm like, I don't want to hurt it. I don't want to touch it. I really am in love with this card. I was really able to pull out some stuff from inside me and create this, and I think it's a very beautiful representation of these two characters as well as what they represent. I think we all sometimes get held back by fear and let that destroy us. So my message from me to you this week is take some time to reflect on what are your swords that are stuck in the sand. What are you scared of that is going to hurt you again? And how can you move forward, take off that blindfold and walk away? Do some time for some self-reflection, because fear only holds us back or turns us into an octopus man. So, you know, there's that. Anyway, yeah, 6 cards, you guys. We have 6 cards left. Crazy to think about. Thank you guys as always for being here, for supporting me, for sticking with me. We're gonna have a tarot deck very soon, and as soon as I have all those order details available, I will let you know. For now, if you are interested in the deck, no obligation, you can click the link below that says pre-order alert, and I will email you all of the information with how to order this deck when it is ready to go. You don't have to put any money down, you don't have to do anything other than give me your email, and I will send you all the information. Until next week, you guys, take a deep breath, keep moving forward, don't act out of fear, and I will see you here again next Tuesday. Mwah. Bye, guys. Scanning brain. I think we're good. It's okay, Dustin.